Hey guys, this is the first official reloading Chronicles with the Yankee Cowboy. As you can see, made a few changes down here. Took my POW flag, hung it down here in the front of the bench. Making some changes down here. I'm not going to rush and do it all. I was trying to rush and get everything all switched up down here and put out this video. But I decided that I'm going to do it as we go along. We're going to be doing this video every week. So might as well take the time and, you guys could see the changes as we go along. I got the mech reloader mounted to this platform that I made. This way here I could take this down off the bench, put it up here with the cover when I'm doing a review. We're going to put this same material that's on the back and on the top. I'm going to wrap this in the same material so it all blends in. And that'll look a little more uniform. But for now, we're just going to go with it. We got the loader started. We got the first 3 shells in here. There's going to be a total of 6 altogether, but this is just to get started. Just pull down on it. Alright. Got it going. Pick it up. Move it over. And we're going to commence reloading, and we're just going to talk a little bit about this reloader and its characteristics versus some of the other loaders that are out there. The reason why I got this particular mech, it's progressive, just like the 9000. You lift it up, you're going to turn this turret by hand. The 9000 would turn automatically. The reason why I did this is because I can control if something happens. I can take a shell out. I've already screwed this up multiple times, so I'm trying to be careful now as I'm talking to you guys and doing this to pay attention to what I'm doing. It's very easy to screw it up. But you got more quality control with this one because you're advancing the turret, you're keeping control of everything. The 9000 would automatically turn it, so if something hung up on it, it's gonna turn the turret and screw everything up. And you don't want that to happen. At least with this one here, you can control it. You're still getting a finished shell with every pull. That's the first finished shell so far because I just started it. But now, with every pull, as you'll see, you're going to get a completed shell coming out. Okay? Every pull you get a completed shell. And like I said, I like to be able to control the pace of it. The 9000, after you pull the handle down like this and you let it go, that turret would turn. Now let's say you had a BB or a primer hung up, it's going to jam this whole turret up. This is the main reason why, guys, that I went with the grabber. It's just as fast. I mean, I can load a box up pretty darn quick. That's why I don't have many shells left. I've been coming down here, sneaking down and reloading. This thing is a dream. I mean, look at it, guys. It's a dream to reload with this thing. Be cranking out shells like crazy with this. But that's one of the main reasons why I got the grabber over the 9000G. It's just quality control. Being able to do just like I'm doing. Every shell that comes out, looks as good as the last because I'm controlling the pace of it, not letting the machine control the pace of it. This is just going to be a quick little initial video, guys. The videos will get longer. We'll have better topics. This is just to show you guys what's going on and see if you guys like the reloading videos. I'm going to do them anyway, but there you go. Perfect shell. And what's nice about this particular loader versus my other one, there's three crimps on this one. My other one only had 2. The final one rounds the edge over, so when it goes to chamber a shell in there, it slides in a lot easier. The other one wasn't too uniform. This one's it's real uniform. Having that 3rd crimp is really makes a big difference. Now what we're using for powder, we're using Alliant green dot. I just picked up some clays today, so when we run out of this green dot, we're gonna change the recipe and go into clays. And then when we run out of these primers, I got Winchester 209 primers that we're gonna use. So we're gonna switch the recipe up a little bit. That's why I'm just running out the stock that I got here. This is all I got left for hulls because I probably reloaded a case already, guys. I probably shouldn't have. I wanted save all this stuff for doing the reloading vid every week, but as you can see, as we're sitting here yakking, I've already got just about a box already loaded. Doesn't seem like it, but it goes quick. Because don't forget, whatever you pull, you're getting a completed shell coming out. See? Perfect shell coming out every time we make a pull. But, you know, the single stage loaders are nice too. But if you could afford to get a fully progressive, I would opt for that. See, this is the only thing you got to pay attention to is your primers. I had one tipped over, so it didn't drop me a primer down. Now, if this was a fully progressive, the 9000G with that automatic turret, that would have been a huge problem. That primer that didn't come down just now, I wouldn't have been able to stop it. I wouldn't have been able to back the turret up. And, you know, you would have had to try and put one in by hand or try and back the turret. It just would have been a huge problem. I noticed it didn't come down because I'm watching and paying attention. So I opened it up. There was one hung up. I threw one back down in here, so now it's just a matter of just boom. Now I advanced the turret myself, and there's no problems. We could keep going. We're not screwing anything up. See, it didn't drop one again. So, see, there was one more flipped over in there, so we should be okay. So now all we gotta do is just take one out of here, throw it down in the turret. Now I'll advance it, and we'll be in good shape. Now hopefully with this pull, the next one will come down. Make sure we don't have any problems going on. See? Came down no problem. You just gotta keep an eye on your primers. I mean, sometimes you'll get one that'll hang up, and you know, you might have to feed one in by hand, but that's why you gotta watch, you know. See that, guys? This little bit of time that we're yakking here, we've already got a box of shells pretty much loaded up. So now next week's topic, I'm up for a debate on that, guys. You guys got something good you want to talk about? Throw me a PM. I got plenty of topics we could talk about. I'm going to try and stick to pretty much reloading right now and guns and all that. But if it does good and I get good views and good reviews on these videos, we could talk about anything, guys. Talk about politics, talk about whatever you want. Well, not politics. I really don't like politics. It's a bunch of mumbo jumbo if you ask me. See that, guys? I don't know how long the video's been running, but case of shells done. Now I'm going to turn this around. There's probably just enough left to do one more case. And today I made a good score on getting supplies for reloading. I went to a, believe it or not, a Walmart and got reloading supplies. One of the guys up at the club turned me on to Walmart in a certain town. He said they had reloading supplies. So I took a ride there today. That's where I picked up my lead, and I picked up some more powder. Because lead I was running low on. I only had a little bit left of lead. So I went there. Actually, I called first. I was going to do a Cabela's trip and just make Cabela's my spot to get my supplies because, you know, they got the stuff there, but it's overpriced. And I just couldn't bring myself to spend $50 on lead. It just wasn't going to happen. I did find lead online, cheap, for like $42 and with free shipping. But even at that, it's just so overpriced. So I gave this guy a call, and he says, I can do a comp on it. I can make it comparable to what you're going to get it for. So I told him, I said, well, I can get it for $42 online. What can you do? He says, how's 35 bucks sound? So I went down there and I bought 50 pounds of shot, which was great. And he's going to have it in stock all the time. So See that, guys? When I'm yakking, I almost made a mistake. I didn't put a wad in there. See, there's no wad in there. So I picked up, I got shot pretty much for a lot less than what I should have got it for, which is great. And the powder was about average, but it's a different powder. It's Hodgdon Clays, and I heard a lot of good stuff about it, so I'm going to give it a shot. Because right now, as I said, we're using Green Dot from Alliant, but we're going to switch it up and try that Hodgdon Clay. But I'm really pumped up about the lead, guys, because it's local. I don't have to pay hazmat for even the powder and all that. That was huge. I was going to place an order online. It would have came out to be $200 between the powder I was going to get and 50 pounds of shot. I ended up getting everything I had to get today for about 130 bucks. So that's a $70 savings, guys. 70 bucks is like, you know, that's huge. If I were to buy more shot, that's probably a couple more cases of shells I can make. So at this price and, you know, the hookup that I got here, it is good. It's a lot more efficient for me to reload, and it's quality control. Because I measured everything. I made sure, you know, what I'm getting for the grains. I just got that scale. We're going to get into that in another reloading video. Maybe we'll do that next week. But I'll just say this much, guys. When I reloaded before, I just trusted what Mech recommended about the bushing. Don't go by that. Get yourself a scale. Because this was 3 bushings off of what it should be. And that's pretty big. That's a pretty big difference. 3 bushings is a lot. You should not have to jump up that much. But I did. But luckily I had the scale and I was able to measure everything. So we got 17.5 grains going into these shells, which is what it calls for in the recipe. You got to stick pretty much to your recipe. And again, guys, we're sitting here just shooting the breeze. We've already got almost our second box loaded up. I don't know what the time is. We're not moving at a blistering pace. I'm you know, talking to you guys and trying to concentrate on this. And we're not breaking any land speed records here. But I'll tell you what, with every pull of this lever, we're getting a finished shell. That's huge. On the old machine, I would have to pull the lever 7 times to make 1 shell. If I pull this lever 7 times, we're making 7 shells. So, we're in good shape. And these Remington Gun Club holes, these things reload the best. As I said, I'm almost out, as you can see in the bin, because I've been loading like crazy. But I'm going to try and hit the club during the week and see if I could scavenge up some more Gun Club or some decent hauls. So we got some more for next week's video, because I don't think I'm going to be shooting this week during the week. So I need to restock up on some holes. They also had holes at this Walmart too. They had once fired AA Winchester holes. But I'm not going to pay for something I can get out of the garbage at the club. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I'll just keep getting them from there. There's no point in buying them. I'm never going to buy a once fired haul. I don't know, to me I just think it's pointless. Oops. See that, guys? I advanced it a little too quick. And I want to double check to make sure that my primer's in there correctly, which it is. I mean, you could go you could probably go faster with this than you could with the 9000G. It's just, I'm going at a pace where I can talk and still do it, and still make it, you know, still make it somewhat fun. I'm not trying to set any land speed records, like I said. This is more or less just to relax, to shoot the breeze with you guys, and I'm making some shells in the process. This thing just works so good, guys. I wish I had bought this machine years ago. It's just a real dream to use. And I'll tell you what, this bracket worked out well. The whole idea and plans for this is right in the Mech manual. They give you the dimensions And tell you the wood, it's three-quarter hardwood. And I think it's 20 inches by 12 inches by 3/4 thick. And then you just bolt it down. And it's stable. I mean, you can see me pulling on this with 2 hands. It's not going nowhere. My other one I had mounted to the bench. It was permanent, but there's no need. There's no need to permanently mount it. Like I said, you can see me cranking on this, guys, with 2 hands. Ready, last shell. 2 hands on the handle. This baby doesn't move. Okay, there you go, guys. There's 2 boxes of shells in whatever time this video is going to be. This is just going to be a short, quick video. Just breaking it in. And what we'll do to leave off for the next one is what I like to do now is I'll put an empty in here, and I'll put a wad right here. I put an empty hole in here and an empty wad up top here. So now when I come back down here, when I make my pull, it's time to advance. Because if I leave a full shell in here, it might get me a little screwed up. So it's better just to leave an empty and a wad in here, so this way when you come down, you pull it and you're ready to rock and roll. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the initial Reloading Chronicles with the Yankee Cowboy. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to next week's video. Talk to you guys later.